Hi, this is Mike with KX Guru Racing, and I'm going to attempt to describe to you, well, how to get rid of these pesky power valves out of these things. Now, this cylinder was done by somebody with the initials PE. Well, that's appropriate because that's the job they did. They did a P job of porting this cylinder. But I digress. Okay, so we're looking at this thing. I've had it for years sitting on the shelf. It's funky, it's filthy, it's nasty inside there, and likely these valves are going to be stuck to some degree. So first I'm going to do is remove those guys right there. And somewhere here I have the right tool right there. All right. And by removing the two bolts out of there, it loosens up the center flapper. Gets that puppy so it's ready to come out. And then as you turn the drum valves or pull the lever, you can get it and you can move that out, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now, what you want to do too is you want to get that bolt out right there. So, the right tool here. All right, gone. And that allows the rod, the governor rod in there to slide on out when we get to that point. And we got to pull this guy off here. Set that right there for right now so you can hear me talking. But you can't see what I'm doing because I'm looking for a screwdriver to pop that off there. And thank goodness I got my glasses so I can actually see. All right, took the little keeper off, pulled the shaft. No problem. So you see that guy there came off because I removed the little, whoop, there it is, little keeper. Okay. So, and you'll notice back behind here, there's one more little keeper. So hang on. Get that little guy out. Jason's the one who normally does these things. I don't. Jason's awesome. And he does them so quick. All right, got that little keeper off. And then I'm going to pull a little screw out there. Hopefully it's not stuck too bad and I can get it out. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. So now that shaft is ready to slide out there and go right out the other side. Now, if you try to pull it out right now, it ain't going to go. It ain't going to move at all. And the reason for that is this shaft has grooves on it that are matched up to these valves here. And so what you got to do is actually take these guys here and pull them up. Up being that direction, about 1/4 of an inch. So let's see if we can do that here. And I'm just grabbing them very gently with a pair of vice grips. And I'm barely clamping onto these things because I don't want to damage them. They are very brittle. Okay, and of course it's stuck and they don't want to come out. Which happens more often than I'd like, due to the fact that nobody ever pulls their valves out. So, one of the things you can try is you can see the valve inside of there. Boy, it's terrible lighting in here. Wish Jason was here and he could hold the flashlight for me. So what I'm doing is putting the screwdriver in the hole there. I'm going to pry it in this direction so it pulls down to try to push that valve out. And as you can see, when I did it way too much. So I'm going to push it back in a little bit. And now I'm going to do the same thing to the other valve. And because I did that, now of course the center flapper fell right on out. And I got these guys up, but they're up a little bit too high. And I still got to pull this middle one up. But now that I got that guy off and that guy off, I can see a little better what's going on inside there. There we go, pulled him out. Now you can see how those gears are aligned with that shaft. So you want to pull them up a little bit. And once you've pulled them up, then this shaft comes straight on out. Whoop, done. Now you should be able to pull these guys out. Now sometimes they are really, really, really stuck bad. These actually came out fairly easy. But that prying trick actually is a good one, and I've used it many times. Just try not to damage anything inside your exhaust port when you're doing that. But you can do a lot of damage and have it welded up. I know. I've blown holes through there and done a lot of dumb stuff when I was playing around seeing what I could get away with. But really, that's about it. Once you pry those things out, if they don't want to come out, put the cylinder in the oven. Put the oven on about 250 degrees. Let it sit in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then have some nice gloves on, leather gloves. Pull it out and do the same trick I did with the screwdriver. Stick it in there, push the valve down. Now the valve only goes like, say, 1/4 of an inch. Only drops, you know, about 1/4 of an inch. And you still can't get it out. Then you can actually put a nut, a 10mm nut, like right there, while this is still inside the cylinder, and you can actually pry on the nut. And that'll give you, you know, with the nut in there, let's just say this was a nut, it just gives you, you know, a little bit more leverage to shove this down further. And that's pretty much it. And if you can't get it at that point, just send it to me and I'll do it.